Hey, drop.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's episode of Buchanan County Sports Podcast. Guys, we're going to go over the events from last week. Monday, the Region D golf tournament from Tazewell County Country Club. Unfortunately, no teams or individuals advanced. We'll just kind of touch on the individuals and everything. Grundy finished third as a team with a score of 410. Ayden Whited 89, Mason Boyd 94, Brody Ford 108, Wade Clevenger 119, Graham Pittman 129, and Brady Markham 140. Then Hurley as a team finished sixth at 445. Braden Hopkins 98, Ethan Deal 106, Jackson Harden 120, Ethan Matney 121, Henry Deal 126, and Jacob Cantrell 133. Some of the individuals from the county that made it as individuals, Ben Mayhew at Twin Valley with 105, Jacob Ray of Council 125, Connor Ellswick of Council 127, Logan Dotson of Twin Valley 134, and Brandon Mullins of Twin Valley 137. All righty, I'll cut it to one of y'all to read the next one.
All right, Grundy versus East Ridge. Grundy is on the losing side of this, 3-2. I know that was probably bad taste in her mouth, so we'll start out with Destiny. She had 4 server points, 22 digs, 29 assists, and 4 kills. Leah Raznick had 6 serving points, 1 ace, 19 digs, 6 kills. Sophia Belcher had 19 service points, 7 aces, 3 digs, 10 kills, 3 blocks. Addison Bell had 5 serving points, 2 aces, 8 digs, 10 assists, 9 kills, 4 blocks. Riley Church had 5 serving points, 3 aces, 16 digs, 3 assists, 15 kills. Claire Griffey has 5 serving points, 2 aces, 22 digs, 1 kill. Madison Lester had 6 kills, 2 blocks. Ava Ward had 1 service point, 2 kills, 1 block.
And before we move on, I want to also mention congratulations to Claire Griffey. I don't have the exact number. I think it was 1140 actually. 1140 was the previous record held by Skylar Stiltner, and she broke it during that game. And we would just like to congratulate her on that, being the all-time leader in school history.
That'll be in the record books.
Yep.
For Grundy.
And Rodney, I'll go ahead and you have it too there?
Yes.
I'll get you to read the Tuesday ones.
Yeah, picking up on Tuesday, September 30th, still on volleyball, Twin Valley at Council. Council comes out ahead 3-2. Your set scores 25-23, 16-25, 25-17, 17-25, and 15-5. With Council, well, my phones don't want to cooperate. Here we go. Shay Stocks, 7 aces, 10 serving points, 2 assists, and 4 digs. Kayla Johnson, 6 aces, 7 serving points, 3 digs. Cadence Runyon, 6 aces, 6 serving points, 3 kills, 2 digs. Ava Rose had 4 assists and 5 digs. With Twin Valley, Keisha McClanahan, 8 digs, 6 aces, and 5 serving points. Kiara Boyd, 1 dig, 7 kills, 5 aces, and 3 serving points. Addie Blankenship, 2 digs, 5 assists, 2 kills, 3 aces. Kaylee Sparks, 2 digs, 2 kills, 3 aces, and 3 serving points. Addie Boyd, 2 digs, 11 kills, 15 aces, and 4 serving points. Maya Bell, 2 digs, 9 assists, 1 kill, 3 aces, and 7 serving points. And Kelsey Lester with 5 digs. And then we go to Wednesday between the meetup between Grundy and Hurley. Chris?
Grundy takes that in straight sets, 25-12, 25-11, 25-13. For Hurley, we had Bella Hurley. She had 10 assists, 10 service points. Emily Mullins, 5 digs, 4 kills, 1 assist. Keisha Hagerman 2 digs, 3 kills, 4 service points. Jalen Dotson, 2 digs, 1 kill, and 4 service points. Brooklyn Owens, 3 digs, 3 service points. Carissa, I guess it's Carissa. Hurley, 2 digs. Brooklyn Estep, 1 dig and 5 service points. For Grundy, Destiny, of course, another great game. 11 service points, 3 digs, 21 assists, 4 kills. Leah Rasnick, she had 6 service points, 5 aces, 4 digs, 5 kills. Sophia Belcher, 4 service points, 2 aces, 2 digs, 14 kills, and 2 blocks. Addison Bell, 5 assists, 3 kills. Riley Church, 10 service points, 9 aces, 6 digs, 7 kills. Clara Griffey, 8 service points, 16 digs. Madison Lester, 5 service points, 1 ace, 2 digs, 1 block. Cammie Rourke, 3 service points, 4 digs. Ava Ward, 3 kills. Anna Conaway had 2 service points and 5 assists.
All right, guys. And then on Thursday, we had cross country, the 19th annual Randy Smith Classic
Michael,
at Sugar Hollow Park.
Before we get into, I've got a question.
Okay.
You all may know, there may be a lot of people out there that knows, there may be some that doesn't. These are a lot of impressive numbers from these kids putting up with volleyball. We know that with football, with all other sports, you have college scholarships available and stuff like that. Does volleyball fall into that as well? Can
yeah.
Does it? I thought it did. Just wanted to verify, because when you sent these numbers earlier in the week, I mean, some of it is just unreal at how these kids perform on the court.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, without
And people's
a doubt.
going to take notice.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. In recent memory, you usually see all the signings and everything. It's usually a pretty big event. I've not really seen a lot with volleyball in recent memory. And as we have noticed this year, I mean, we've literally had a girl from Grundy as player of the week pretty much their entire starting lineup.
Right.
Individual weeks. And definitely think some of them would definitely be able to go on and play at the college level for sure. But back to the schedule on Thursday there, as I was saying, the Randy Smith Classic at Sugar Hollow Park at John Battle High School. We had some finishers on the boys' side. Jacob Ray at 14th for Council at 18-17. Braden Conway of Grundy, 32nd, 1938. In 45th, Gage Brown of Council, 20 minutes and 2 seconds. 54th, Jake Fields of Grundy, 20-27. 102nd, Ryder Anderson of Grundy, 22-35. 105, Jacob Smeltzer of Grundy, 22-48. 111, Lucas Vance of Grundy, 23-06. 132, Jesse Ray of Council, 24-09. 133, Taylon Looney of Grundy, 24-22. 166, Ben Stevens of Council, 28-37. Team scores. Grundy was 13th in that event with 272 points. With the girls, we have Destiny Armendez.
Yep.
13th for Grundy.
And sister.
23-45. Leah, her sister, for Grundy, 25-04. 45th, Kelly Ratliff of Grundy, 27-07. 70th, Ava Ward of Grundy, 28-55. 77, Ella Robinson Grundy, 29-20. 118, Alyssa Ratliff Grundy, 38-18. 120, Emma O'Quinn of Grundy, 40-24.
Let me ask you something. On this particular, where was this at? Sugar Hollow Park. How long is that?
I was getting ready to ask, what's the distance?
3 miles.
3 miles.
All these will be. I didn't know if because
Yeah.
when you sent me that with Ella, I didn't know if that was the same. If it's 3 miles, because I was just looking at these scores and we all know how good an athlete Destiny is, and and her, I think Ella's the other day was like 18 or something like that. It was, it was something like that, and she hadn't really ran any. Which that was wasn't a Virginia High School League sanction or anything like that, but it just shows what kind of runner that girl is.
Well, it was as far as I know that I'm aware of, it was like a sanctioned event.
Just wasn't.
I think it
Virginia
just
High School
wasn't
League.
for her. she couldn't, that's
not-
why you see her in a white shirt. She
Right.
couldn't have anything at council on. She was running the event, but not
Individual.
necessarily for a school or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, individual.
Yeah. And of course, depending on her finish, it's not like she's going to qualify for state or anything where she's ineligible. But that was going to be something else I was going to bring up. I'm glad you mentioned it. Ella, this is straight from her mother's Facebook. This was posted yesterday. Today, Ella ran her first real cross-country meet this season. Want to make it clear that she ran in an open meet and unattached to any school. She mentioned that this was the best that she had seen her run. She got a PR of a sub-20, 1948. And if you look at the, I don't have the first place finisher up, but actually she would have won the event at Sugar Hollow with what she ran at this event.
Yep.
And a sub-20, that's amazing for a 3-mile course.
I was at Sugar Holler, man, and that course is, it's tough. It's tough.
But,
It's a tough course now. That's what they train to do.
I know we've mentioned this time and time again. Chris has been very vocal about
I
it,
agree with
as
him.
have all of us. That it's just a shame that this young lady cannot be able to compete and everything. And
I talked to her dad, Neil, over
Yeah.
there at Sugar Holler. He was there with council because he helps with council.
yeah,
And I just told him we're praying for him, and anything we can do to help, just let us know.
for sure. I know, Chris, you've got some very strong feelings.
I try to keep some of it to myself
Yeah,
because I have a tendency to get carried away, especially when it comes to kids.
yep,
Yeah.
I just don't like seeing kids that have an opportunity, especially in a rural area like Southwest Virginia. You really gotta. These kids have to work extra hard because they don't have the same opportunities as your 3A and 4A schools do. And when they've got these opportunities and this a minor, really it's a technicality. They can say whatever they want. It's things that they can change if they're willing to and wanting to. But it is what it is at this point. Neil and and his wife, they know how I feel about it. And most of the community, they got our support.
That's right.
We'll back them in any way we can. So
I know seeing these numbers and everything that she ran the other day, and the fact that she has not ran an event the whole entire year, but she continues to practice and everything, and turning in a time like that, that would very well put her at the top in the state.
it's crazy.
If she would be able to qualify,
Well, that's what I told
horrible.
Neil.
With the numbers, that is 4 minutes faster than your first place winner of the event.
Yeah.
yeah,
That is unreal.
Yeah, that's what I told Neil. I said I hate it for her because that can be a scholarship
oh yeah,
that she loses over that. But on the other side of it, people know her work ethic. Schools know her work ethic. They won't even worry about that.
yeah. Who knows?
It's the stigma, though. It's the black
right.
eye that they've stamped on this girl. That's what gets me.
Who knows? They might be some people out there like us at colleges that think that this was a wrong thing that was done to this child, and they see her work ethic by what her mother posts online. And,
I agree.
And of course, this event this weekend that she ran in, I mean, not running any this year and coming out and doing a PR of like a sub, 20.
Yeah, I'm proud of her. I love
Amazing.
it. I love her face.
I'll say that if she's able, and Lord, I pray she is able to get her a scholarship. I'll do my best to make sure I'm at the first event.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Just
Just to
be able to see that happen after what she's been through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
to keep her head up, even though that it's been done to
I
her,
know.
she is
Yeah.
still,
Her mother said it's been
It is.
extremely hard from what I gather.
I'm sure it is, but she never lets it show as far as to other people. When you see her, she's training like she's going to go run for state tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
She doesn't
But no,
stop.
She
her
hasn't
dad was
stopped.
like it. Her dad, he's still got the same crazy work ethic.
Yeah.
It's like, he's 40, whatever, and still thinks he's going to make it to the NBA. He's still prepared. Really, he's got that mindset that he never stops, staying in shape. He does all these things that, fat old guys like me quit doing in their 30s.
And actually, I don't know how he trained or prepared for games back in 1996, But I guarantee you, I don't think it's anywhere close to what he does now for himself, and also how hard he pushes Ella.
Unless he stopped doing what he used to. I mean, he used to, honestly, every single day, he would be over at the school running. When school, I'm talking in the summertime when there was no school, you could go by that and you'd see him running around the schools, just trying to stay in shape.
I know I've heard stories about him out shooting ball and out in the cold and everything.
Oh, yeah.
People drive by. But back to the cross country there, the last part there, the team score. Grundy finished 4th in the event.
The girls did.
The girls. Back to the girls. 4th with a score of 144. I'm not sure how that score is calculated, but
They just divided all the girls and all their times together, and that's how they do it.
okay. Yeah. And then volleyball on Thursday there, we had Hurley against Mountain Mission. Hurley took that one in straight sets, 25-9, 25-7, 25-13. Bella Hurley, 15 service points, 19 assists. Emily Mullins, 20 service points, 7 digs, 3 kills. Keisha Hagerman, 25 service points, 3 digs, 3 kills. Brooklyn Owens, 11 service points, 1 dig, 5 kills. Brooklyn Estep, 3 service points. Jalen Dodson, 9 service points, 3 digs, 4 kills. And Carissa Hurley, 2 digs. And also there was a scheduled volleyball game that night with council at Twin Valley. I was informed by the coaches that that's been rescheduled for October the 15th. I'll move on to you with Friday and the Richlands game.
Grundy went to Richlands, and Richland came out on top 35-0. Trey Taylor had 22 carries for 83 yards. RJ Rowe had 10 carries for 71 yards. Talking about RJ there, he had a touchdown, but it got called back because they said there was a holding. And
it was a pretty big run, too. I'm not sure the exact yardage.
It was probably about a 50-yarder maybe.
Yeah.
So then we'll go to Twin Springs versus Twin Valley, 48 Twin Springs, Twin Valley 6. Braden White had 15 carries, 165 yards, and 1 touchdown. Good numbers for him. 40 passing yards, 8 tackles on defense. Harvey Duty had 8 carries and 14 yards. Joshua Keller had 7 carries and 16 yards. Luke Stiltner had 1 catch for 12 yards. Brandon Mullins had 1 catch for 14 yards. Albert Hugart had 1 catch, 14 yards.
So let's we can discuss both of those games. I know you weren't at the, but I know you had somebody, I guess, at the Twin Valley game that was relaying us messages, and I was getting them through you.
Mm-hmm.
But we were, me, you, and Rodney, all three was at Richlands, and on the field and off the field. Unfortunately, it was an unpleasant experience for all of us that night.
I was glad when that night was over.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll use the opportunity, if you don't mind. If you do, we can delete it.
Hey, buddy.
After I left Richlands, my phone was smoking from folks that was messaging me. I want to make it clear right now that the staff of Richlands High School was accommodating for WMJD. The events that happened did not at all come back on Mr. Moore, his coaching staff, anybody in the press box, nothing like that. When it came to the school, they treated me fine with respect to the events that I'm sure everybody has read about on Facebook. So there was a little miscommunication there about that whole deal. That did not involve anyone from Richlands High School.
Well, I think with Brian's always straightforward dude.
Mm-hmm.
If you know him, you know him.
Yep.
You know.
And if I understood you right, Brian even helped you
Yes.
get set up and everything.
But Brian, he seemed like I say, I was just catching bits and pieces. But Brian always goes above and beyond for any school he's at, especially for the kids. But I've never ever known him to ever disrespect, another kid, and especially from another school. He's always now. Does he show school spirit? Yeah, he does. And is there things that as a coach that he can do to gain an upper advantage somewhat? Yeah, but he'll never cross that line. Joking about, this is something Brian would that was a sort of inside joke, that people that know Brian know that he's just that kind of guy that will kind of poke the bear a little bit, but
Yeah.
not cross the line,
That's
know.
right.
So I don't think that anything that we said would have carried over into the public's view of that. But if it did, I will apologize to Brian because he's not like that. I've known Brian for many, many years, and I've never known him to ever cross the line when it comes to doing any kind of kids that way. I can't say that about Richlands because I don't have any affiliation. Never had, any kind. Tim could probably speak on that more than any of us, but because he's played against them for several years. But I wasn't there at the game. Y'all seen what you saw, and
I know. I myself, the biggest complaint I had was I cannot believe I could go to Blacksburg to a Virginia Tech game and be treated so well at a college game and have free handicap parking for my wife, who is legally blind, and be basically almost transported to her seat in a golf cart. And yet I go to a local high school and be told I have to pay to park with a handicap placard in the window. And I know there was some things said about me online or whatever because of this, but the simple fact is, boys, if you can't go and have parking for your handicapped people, I don't know what that says about you.
I agree, especially not just on your wife, Michael. There are other handicapped people out there that cannot physically walk.
It's not a money thing.
No,
not at all. I was blown away by the principle. I was ready to just go ahead and go back home. You go and you ask a handicapped person, and my wife is a lot more able than a lot of the people that I seen at that ball game. A lot of elderly couples and everything that was having to walk, and I don't agree with it. People can get mad.
I'm catching this secondhand. This is the first I've heard. So get this straight. Did they ask you to pay to park?
Yeah, I couldn't even get into the parking lot. Do you know where the big tunnel is that goes underneath the stadium? I was going into that lot, and I was stopped before I went in, and they said I had to pay to park there, but said I could park free on down here where the school buses was parked. And it is what it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's
what happened, I guess is how I should say that.
That is very unprofessional.
And I don't think we would be seeing things like that next year up here with Southern Gap.
Well, do you think that's a mistake by whoever's doing the parking, or do you think that's just a policy they have there?
From my understanding, from some of the people that commented on some posts online, that is the way it's been. And each school is entitled to do what they want, but I know that kind of thing would not happen around here.
No, that wouldn't fly.
No,
I know.
There's no way.
I know. I can actually say this about all three football stadiums. At Hurley, I can go to the ambulance entrance and get her into the stadium there. At Grundy, they do have steps, but I can go to the gate to the left, adjacent to the left of the ticket booth, and can literally walk straight into the stadium through that gate. And then at Twin Valley, it's completely level, and you can walk straight in. So,
well, guys, I've seen it at Grundy.
I've seen it at Twin Valley as well.
At Hurley, these Gators, these guys, they'll bring it right up to the gate. They'll pick these people up that's not able to make that walk, or whether it might be in a wheelchair or something. I've seen them, transport them to where they can get a place to sit. I don't know.
With that being
said, that should
have
been an option. Should have been something they at least offered you.
Yes.
Yeah. And, with that being said, I brought this up before. I remember the time at Grundy, and I will forever remember this, what several of the coaches and different gentlemen there in the stands did for Lloyd as far as packing him up the bleachers in his wheelchair. I just think too many times people forget and don't have enough compassion. I don't know if that's what I need to say for people with handicaps and different disabilities, but
yes,
definitely was an unpleasant.
Did you have a Grundy shirt on?
No, I did not. No.
Let's stir it up a little bit more.
He had a Grundy hat on.
Well, that's what it was. He had your Richlands on. He got in there, buddy.
Well, I had a navy blue, so
That's right. So come on.
who knows what that navy blue was for? No, we were out that day and we intended to get back home and then come back, but it just didn't make no sense. So we just stopped back off and everything. But before we end that segment, guys, there was two more things that we didn't anticipate that was on Saturday there. The band competition. I know me and Tim had talked about this before you got here today. the band, where was that at again? She had told me this morning, but I forget now.
If I told you, I'd be lying to you. But our band has grown, man. Like I told you earlier, from 13 kids 2 years ago to 43 kids right now, and they are awesome. They sound great.
Yeah. This was the first competition of the season. They was third place overall with a rating of superior. They was third place drum major, second place color guard, third place music, fourth place percussion, third place general effect, fourth place visual effect. Superior is a rating of the highest level of achievement, and these kids are, came home with it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, a huge congratulations to the band and everyone involved with that. It's truly amazing. I made a post earlier and called them, pioneers and
They
everything.
had it at Glenbar High School.
Well, that was the. Okay.
That's what you've
That's
got down
competition cheer.
That's competition cheer. Yeah.
Oh, is that what it
That's
is?
the next thing
there.
down.
Okay, gotcha.
But that they was, trendsetters, trailblazers, and pioneers because they basically set the path for what all these other kids are having to do next year with, their individual sports. But definitely proud of them and want to give them a shout out. And then also I spoke to Megan Woodford of the competition cheer team this morning, and they went over and finished second at Glenvar High School.
That's impressive too.
Yeah, very, very impressive. I had spoke with her about that this morning, and she had actually went and seen a lot about it. It was called the G-Town Throwdown in Glenvar. Said there was 12 teams ranging from anywhere from 1A to 5A, and the middle school team actually finished. There's a middle school team as well. They finished in 6th place, and she told me that their next one would be Saturday at Pulaski, and the varsity team, like I said, finished 2nd place in a very, very competitive division, they said. And their next one will be October the 18th at Jefferson Forest. I'm not really sure where that's at.
I don't have that.
But definitely want to wish them the best of luck with their upcoming season. And both the band and the competition cheer want to congratulate them on a awesome weekend.
Congratulations.
Yep.
That competition was at Tennessee High.
Okay.
That's where it was at.
Okay.
Oh, the band competition.
Yes.
Yeah, the band. Okay.
Well, Rod, wait a minute. You was in the band, wasn't you?
I was for many years.
So you know a little bit about this right here. So
done it for a long time.
these places, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th places, I know a little bit about the band, but not enough to speak on it to the effect that you would. Of course, the color guard, most people knows what that is because that's what you see most of the time during a football game or something like that. But the drum major, you see the drum major, if you know anything about a band, you kind of know what their role is, and I've not got to watch them perform anything other than in the stands. Have you guys got to watch them on the field or anything yet?
Yeah, well, I will say I did Friday night, but the only problem was I was behind them. I thought it was odd that they were the Grundy band, but they was performing for the Richlands crowd.
Well, it's towards the press box.
There was a bunch of us saying we really wish they would turn around and perform for us.
They sound excellent.
Yeah, it was really good. Tiffany Tackett had sent me this. The awards that were given that was kid specific was drum major Rachel Tackett, the color guard, which includes Savannah Lester, Mariska McNeely, Mia Sanders, and Tori Billeter. And those are the only awards that was specific to, the kids in general.
Individual.
The rest of the awards that we listed were for the entire band as a unit. But like I said, want to congratulate them. Guys, y'all got anything else to add on any of this week's performance?
What did you play in the band?
I was in the low brass section, tuba, baritone.
Okay.
At these competitions, the kids come out. They are judged from the minute they get on the field. Depending on how big of a competition you go to, you may have a panel of 3 judges. You may have a panel of 5 judges. And they look and listen at every detail. I mean, down to uniforms. We was talking about the drum major.
That's what
with
she had
Rachel.
told me.
Most people sees her up on the box moving her hands. I promise every one of those movements that she's making is for a point, and it's for purpose to count, her band with the beats. They will judge her presentation, how she does, he or she, depending on which school we're talking about, Grundy. So I will say she.
Buchanan County, baby.
Yeah, Buchanan County, excuse me. How she presents herself when she gets up on the podium, her salute, her outfit, how precise she is with her arm movements. You'll have a judge that all they look at is your flag corps.
Yeah.
Then you'll have a percussion judge. They are looking at their each respective places on the field. They will also go based upon the music. Is somebody hitting a sour note? Are they playing what they should be? Then the general effect, the choreography. You know, you don't come out there and just stand in a line. It's constant movement as you're playing.
Yeah.
Movement is going to affect how you play.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to get your heart rate up. It's going to cause you to breathe faster. So the general effect of what kind of designs are you seeing on the field? Is each person marching in step? You know, when I was in school, I'm pretty sure, you know, you started off, your odd numbers would be like your right foot, even numbers would be your left foot. And when Rachel is up on the stand, she's keeping that entire band in time with respect to the song that they're playing. So they're watching her to figure out, you know, are they in time? Are they in step? Are they where they need to be? And if you think about band, there's a lot to it. You take these kids.
Seems very complicated.
Well,
I couldn't do it.
If I laid sheet music in front of you right now and said, learn this, we're going to a competition in 6 months. Okay, you've got to learn your instrument. You've got to learn what that music means. Oh, by the way, we're going to throw in the choreography to it as well, and you have got to be in perfect sync with the other 50 members of your band.
Yeah.
So there is so much discipline that goes into it. It is unreal. It's not pick up an instrument and play it, because I don't know anybody that could do it.
My nephew went to Virginia Tech and played in their band for like maybe the first year or so. And he said it was so, you know, and it's a lot. You done mentioned what high school like, you know, and he said when he got to the college, he said, you know, you've got so many more kids that's involved in that there's like twice as much. Mm-hmm. Plus, you know, your workload and all that stuff. So you can imagine just what it would take, the practice time it would take, you know, to do all that. So there's a lot more into it than what I guess most of us have never done it would ever believe.
I'd say I drove my mom crazy as you're trying to learn, but hats off to you.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
You all do a fantastic job. Don't quit. Keep going. And I'm looking forward to seeing you at the next game. You're sounding great. And good luck on your next competition. I think they're going to do 3 or 4 this year.
Yeah.
Yes. Not counting the Macy Prey.
Right.
Some of them's going to Macy Prey.
Yeah, we have Elijah Saunders and Rachel Tackett that is going to New York City to represent Buchanan County in the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade in November.
That's incredible. Yeah. All right, guys, we'll move on to the Player of the Week. Okay, next up, we've got the Player of the Week for last week. We had Ayden Whited of Grundy. Ayden is a junior. He finished second and shot a 93 at Willowbrook. This was the district championship.
Yes.
He also helped the Grundy golf team win the final Black Diamond District Golf Championship and qualified as a team for the regionals on Monday, September 29th. Qualified for the regionals Monday, September 29th at the Tazewell County Country Club. So a little bit behind there, but Ayden, we're very glad to have you join us today, and congratulations on being Player of the Week last week.
Thank you.
Tim, you got some questions for him?
I'm going to start out saying is I can't say enough good about you. You know, I brag on you a lot on our podcast. Last year, I've told this 3 times on this podcast. Last year, I went in the locker room and you had a Bible in your locker. You know, that hit me hard in my heart that you're strong in your faith. You're strong in playing. And it starts with your parents.
Yeah.
You was raised right. You was raised good.
I was very blessed.
You're very blessed with great parents and with a great sister. We can't leave her out.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, she's awesome too. So, but with that being said, I'm just so thankful that you've done well with golf, that you're exceeding well with football. You stepped into a leader role with football and took it pretty good. That you filled up some big shoes there. So I've got some golf questions for you. What first got you interested in playing golf?
Well, to be honest, Dad, he was the one. He wanted me to play golf more than anything. And I guess my summer going into my 9th grade year, we finally started going a little bit, nothing serious, and then just ended up playing. I played a few matches my freshman year, and then last year I got hurt. But no, it's just been something I've continued to do.
Broke that collarbone, so you couldn't hardly do it.
Yeah, that was right before would have been going into districts too. I know I was still injured. I was during districts last year, so I didn't get to play any.
So you done answered my second question. How long you been playing? So you already answered that.
About 2 years.
So what's your favorite part about playing for your high school team?
Oh man, we have a great time. You would never believe it, but as far as the atmosphere, you know, Preston and all the guys, I mean, we really do. We have a great time. I mean, he's a hoot. So
It's always a hoot around Preston.
yes.
Preston is always fun to be around.
Yes.
He always cracks jokes and always talks, and
Yes,
he's good to be around. Preston is. I ain't gonna call him Preston. I call him Coach Hibbets, you know, because out of respect, he's really good with you guys. How would you describe your golf season so far? Of course, golf season's over now, but how would you? Of course, you played 2 regular matches, or whatever, however you call it. And then you went right into districts, then you went right into regions. So,
yeah, obviously I didn't get to play as much golf as I would have liked to, you know, with football and everything. But yeah, I mean, I'm pleased as far as I started out. I think I shot like a 1-on-1 at Marion, and then I shot like it was terrible. I don't even know what I shot at that one home meet. And then I shot a 93 at districts, and then an 89 at Tazewell. So I would have liked to have 2 or 3 more matches in there. Maybe could have done a little better, you know, qualify for state. But it is what it is. And
I know last Sunday the reason you couldn't be with us is you was actually at Tazewell preparing for the regionals.
I missed my practice round through the FBLA, so I was making that one up.
yeah, that's something else I was wanting to touch on. You know, that whole week, man, you was playing
All over the state of Virginia.
Yeah, you was playing golf. Then you left and doing the FBLA, and then you was coming on your way home on Friday night. And you got there at 5:30, enough to put your uniform on and play against Honecker.
Yes, sir.
So that's huge. I think it's really good show how good you do everything. So what part of the game do you feel strongest in right now? Driving, irons, short game, or putting?
I would have to say iron play for sure. Sometimes I can't even I don't even use my driver. You know, I can get my 6 out there about 205, 210, and I got a hybrid too. So a lot of times that's enough to play. You know,
That's crushing the ball, man.
That's not crushing. It's absolutely killing it.
Yeah.
What's one part of your game you've been focused on to improve? What would you try to improve on?
Short game for sure. That was one of the things that I struggled with earlier in the season. In those 2 matches I did get to play, I hit the ball decently well, but my short game was atrocious. You know, 15, 20 in, and then putting was just awful. So that's something I tried to limit with 2, 3 putts, that kind of thing. So,
How do you mentally prepare before stepping up to the first tee?
you don't. I don't know. I'm shaking at first tee because it's different. You know, when you're going out playing with guys you know versus, you know, 4 guys that you've never seen play before in your life, and you got a score watching you, and their parents are all watching you, and so it's the most nerve-wracking thing is across all sports I've ever done. Is that first tee?
Yeah. If you're not nervous, you don't care, right?
Sir.
How do you recover from a bad hole or a rough start on your round?
Yeah, golf is a game of shots, obviously. So you can't let that carry on the next hole. You can't let if you a bogey or double bogey, you know, you can't let that carry on because a stroke or 2 here adds up very quickly. So that's just the thing, is clearing your mind, you know, on the next hole mentality, I guess.
What's one tip you've learned from your coach or a teammate that really helps your game? Or your dad? What about you? We'll put your dad in there.
Yeah, you know, just play your game. Don't kill the ball. Don't try to kill the ball. That's when your, you know, shot path gets a little crazy, is when you're trying to overswing and that kind of thing. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast, that kind of.
Smooth is fast. You're exactly right. You're right. How do you handle pressure during a big tournament?
Like I said, once you get past the first shot, really just that
first
tee
tee.
shot, it just kind of all drops. But just having your mind and you're playing, I didn't want to go out there. Like I said, I wanted to limit 3 putts. I wanted to keep the ball in play and limit 3 putts. So that's kind of what I did. And let me put my best round for the season together at Tazewell. Still tough greens, but
Well, I mean, Tazewell's tough, man.
With that
very
being
tough.
said, at Tazewell, want to mention that, I'm going to assume the way this is the top 6, the place winners, they advance to state. So if my calculations is correct, he was only 5 strokes off of qualifying for state.
That's what I'm telling you.
And
Anytime you're 5 strokes, and second time he's ever been there.
yeah,
And it's really his 4th time he's been on the golf course this year.
so yeah, the 5th and 6th place were tied at 84.
Okay.
So he was 5 off there. And something I wanted to mention, I actually took and looked at the top finishers, as a whole from our county, the top 4 period, and you're looking at Ayden, Mason, Braden Hopkins of Hurley, Ethan Deal. If you add those scores together, yeah, Hurley as a team, Southern Gap would be as a team, would still finish 3rd,
Right.
but a whole lot closer. The second place school, which was hosting at 360. Grundy's team score was 410. But if you put the top 4 of this county together as a team, you're looking at 380.
Right.
That's a lot closer. And you take in consideration that Mason, I think he would admit here that was not his best round.
Oh, no.
By no means.
No.
And you look at people like Brody and Grant, and then even at Hurley, I was shocked that Braden didn't exceed what he did.
Right.
And Ethan and all them. They all from both schools could have played had a better performance. So I think that's just looks incredible for the future as far as next year. And it's going to be a very senior-laden team next year as well.
There's going to be a lot of experience coming up to Southern Gap in all sports.
Yep.
All sports. What goes through your mind when you're lining up for that important putt?
I started doing this, I guess, in the last round. Just don't leave it short. I'm not gonna try to baby the putt. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna try to make it. So, or 2 putt. No 3 putts.
So how do you stay focused over 18 holes of golf? How do you keep yourself focused?
I wish I knew how.
That's $1 million question.
It's hard for sure. Especially, when you're playing in the summertime. It's 95 degrees in some of these courses, and you're walking 18 holes. It's 5,000-yard courses. It's a lot. So golf is definitely a lot harder than people give it credit for.
Oh yeah. How do you approach course management? Do you play aggressively or do you conserve?
It depends. If I'm at Willowbrook, I played that course, 100 times in the past 2 years. There's some shortcuts on that one, but every other course, it's got its own things you got to watch out for. So I would say conservative.
What's it like balancing an individual sport like golf with the team aspect of a high school competition? Golf is different from anything else.
Yeah.
And how can you balance all that? You come in, you play golf, and you come in right after that next day or that evening, that same evening, or most time next day, you come in, you're taking snaps throwing a football.
Yeah, it's definitely tough, but if I can do stuff hard now and be responsible in high school, I feel like that's going to help in my future. Yep. So if I can do 2 or 3 sports at a time now and balance that out with school, and FBLA and that kind of things, I think it'll help me drastically.
Yeah. Who's on the team pushes the most to get better?
Golf team?
Yes.
Other than my dad.
Well, it could be your dad.
I would say Preston. He knows what I can do, and when I don't meet that, he definitely can help me get back on track and stuff.
What's been your proudest team moment so far on your golf team?
Probably just seeing Mason win districts for the 3rd time. That's awesome. He's got a chance to win it. 4 years in a row. Kind of sucks for going to 2A, and we got to play in the Southwest District next year. But hopefully he can pull something through there.
Right. Who's your favorite professional golfer and why?
Scotty Scheffler. I mean, he's
Okay.
like #1 in the world, but just his unique swing, and then of course he's very open about his faith, for sure. So he's a guy. He's a family. He's a dad on is his main job, and he's a golfer on the side. Is kind of the way he looks at it. So I think that's very neat.
What's your favorite course you've ever played?
Probably the Virginian
Oh, yes.
in Abington or Bristol, but
Do you have any pre-round rituals?
not really. I chip and putt, and that's about it. Not a lot of the courses we play actually have a driving range. Tazewell has none.
If you can put a 4-team together, 4-person team, and you're included as one. So if you can pick 3 other people, it can be anybody.
In the world?
Yeah. To play on your team. To go and play a tournament, say just at Virginia.
After Virginia, I can pick anybody in the world on my name. Tiger Woods, John Daly, and Preston Hibbets.
Oh, you're gonna put P-Dab Hibbs in there. There you go.
Yes, sir.
He's the one he's gonna be the clown of the whole time.
He's going to keep everything.
Yeah.
Him and John Daly together.
Yeah. What's your go-to club when you need to make a clutch shot?
A short iron, 9 through 7. Anything through there, I'm very confident that I can hit that ball straight or do what I want with it. So.
Well, that's good to know. Being a part of sports, be part of a team, sometimes make you better than yourself. What lessons have you learned from playing sports that you could take with you as you graduate and apply it into your everyday life?
Yeah, just I play 6 sports. So responsibility, obviously, is the thing that I mentioned. That I'll be able to carry with me into the job field and that kind of deal. Leadership, pride in what you do. You work for something. Coach Griffith, like he says, you work hard on Mondays, you put money into your piggy bank, and take it out on Fridays, or whenever I play golf, that kind of deal. So.
Okay, so you played 6 sports, high school sports.
Yes, sir.
Out of them 6, don't even include them 6. If you can pick one sport, and it can be anything in the world, it don't have to be here local. What sport would you pick to play?
Yeah, it's between golf and football, but probably
Exclude them 2.
Exclude anything that you
Exclude
do.
Did I already play?
Yeah, exclude
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Oh, rugby.
Rugby.
Sure.
Oh, I
See,
can
like
see
Graham,
that.
he said hockey, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Graham Pittman said hockey.
Yeah, rugby for sure. I would do anything to have a rugby team.
Didn't we have a girl say rugby?
We did have a girl from, I think she's from Hurley. Said, I'm thinking. Yeah, Hurley girl's tough. But congratulations, man, being the Buchanan County Sports Podcast Player of the Week last week, and so proud of you, Ayden. Chris and I talk about, we all talk about you all the time, the leader on and off the field, and whatever you do, you're a leader, and your faith. That's the most important. You always put God first, and that's what I love about you. You put God first, because anytime you put God first, you're a winner. You know that. And that's the only questions I have, unless Mike or Chris might have some. Chris, this is Chris's big deal with golf. He always brings
Chris,
in some
you
good-
got anything you want to add?
I don't know what y'all was talking about, so I'll just tell you I'm proud.
Thank you, Chris.
Not from a golf perspective, I'm just talking about it as a human being.
Yeah.
Your mom and dad's done a great job raising, from this point on, I think you know what life holds, and I think you'll do great. I think you'll excel in whatever it is you decide you're going to do. But we are, the county, the people that know you, they're super proud of the man that you are. Can't say you're young no more. You know, you're a young man. Just keep on reading and you'll achieve whatever it is you decide you want to do.
Thank you, Chris.
Ayden, a lot of times Tim will ask questions. What would be your advice to younger teammates, somebody just starting? I'd want to differ from that just a little bit. What about the kids that may not be comfortable? They've not come out of their shell yet. They've not said, I'm going to be on this team. What would be your advice to get somebody to start playing high school sports?
For me, especially like in the football, just the things that you learn, man, from being on a team and being a part of something like that. You know, whether you're 0-10 or 10-0, you know, there's something that you're taking away from every coach that you meet and every teammate that you have and that kind of deal. So it's definitely a great just asset and skill set to have, especially what you learn, take away from those people.
Definitely.
I'm so daggone proud of you, buddy. I love you. You know that. I love you, and you've raised right, and I'm telling you, your mom and dad's done excellent.
Yep.
But congratulations,
Yep.
buddy.
Congratulations,
Well-deserved.
man. Very proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
And we'll get a picture here. Yeah. All righty, guys. Next up, we've got Sophia Belcher of Grundy. Sophia is a senior at Grundy, and she plays for the volleyball team. She had a great week this week, finishing the week with 23 service points, 9 aces, 5 digs, 24 kills, 5 blocks in both games.
That's pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Congratulations on that. That's awesome. Of course, that ain't the only games you've played well in.
Yep.
So.
The 24 kills stands out.
It's really hard to actually choose a lot of weeks because you look at these stats among all the girls, and this is no disrespect to you, but I mean every single girl is performing top level every week. So it's like just whoever, basically, because you're all doing exceptionally well. Mm-hmm. All right, Tim, you got some?
Oh, you know I do.
Oh yeah, of course.
All right, Sophia, I've known you since you've been a little big girl. You've grown up so much and got taller and doing an excellent job in all sports you're playing. So I've got some questions. How has the season been going so far for you and your team?
I think it's been going pretty good. I mean, we've been doing really good with the sets this year. I mean, we've improved a lot since we've been playing together. So.
What do you enjoy most about playing volleyball?
Killing the ball.
Killing the ball.
See,
take your frustration.
With the way I see her on the court, I would expect that voice to be a little bit louder because
she's soft-spoken.
She just seems so angry on the court.
How did you first get interested in playing volleyball?
Anthony Church's Boys and Girls Club.
And that was a good program at the time when they started that.
That's been the answer several times.
Yes.
Several of the girls.
Coach Churchwell's has done a lot for kids. He don't get enough.
Don't get enough credit.
He does not get enough credit.
Yeah.
How would you describe your team chemistry this season?
It's definitely getting stronger as we play together. We're friends on and off the court. So
that's good.
I mean,
what has been your favorite moment on the court this year?
When we played Hidden Valley at the Virginia High tournament, they're a 4A school, and we stuck with them pretty good. So I think that showed that we could compete in region.
All right, I'm gonna ask you another question. Talk louder. I know you got a voice. Talk a little louder. What part of the game have you improved the most on this season?
Probably my hitting.
Okay. What one skill you currently focus on developing?
My jump serve.
Oh, you jump serve.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the jump serve.
Yeah.
It's a true art.
How do you prepare mentally and physically before a big match comes up, or like going to Honeacre? How'd you prepare for that mentally and physically?
Listen to good music.
What's your favorite go-to song?
Anything by Drake.
Okay. There you go. What's the most challenging part of volleyball for you?
Passing.
Passing.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you stay confident after making a mistake or lose a tough point?
I just tell myself to get out of my head.
Okay. You know what Coach tells you, right? Next point. Next point. Yeah. What makes your team successful when you're playing your best?
Communication.
Got to communicate, don't you?
Yes.
That's major. How does your team bounce back after a tough loss? Y'all just went through a tough loss. East Ridge, right?
Yes.
All right, how you gonna bounce back?
A really good practice.
Okay. What role do communication, trust play in your success? You got to trust your teammates,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So that's a major role.
Yes.
Communication, you always got to talk on the floor, right?
Yes.
Okay. How do you adjust your game depending on your opponent?
I mean, it just really depends on who you're facing. I mean, some teams are better at hitting and some teams are better at just placing the ball where your weak spots are. So, I mean, every team's just different. It's
Okay.
hard to depend on how they are until you really play the first set. So,
What's something your coach always reminds you of during the game?
next point.
Next
Next
point.
point.
She said that. We had her on, and that's exactly what she said. Always, if you mess up, worry about the next point.
Next point.
Yeah, she always said that. Who on the team has been a big leader this season?
Destiny Armendariz.
Say her last name again.
Armendariz.
Armendariz.
Almendares. Okay.
What motivates you to be the most when you're on the court? What gets you hyped up when you're on the court?
Everyone just succeeding, just doing
Team
amazing.
ball.
Yes.
Yep.
Team ball. How do you help keep your teammates positive during tough matches?
Just picking everyone up and telling them that's okay if they mess up.
That's good.
What goals did your team set at the beginning of the season?
To win region and hopefully make it to state.
All right. Coach Lester said the same thing.
Yeah.
She said
At least we know they're listening.
that was Raul's goal, to go to region, win region, and go to state. She did say that. So that's great. How do you define success for your team this year?
To win a region game.
There you go. What's your favorite position to play and why?
Middle, because I just get the hitting is my main thing. So,
Most action.
yes.
Who's your favorite volleyball player or team to watch? And if you don't have one, it's fine.
Probably Nebraska.
Okay.
I like to watch Nebraska.
What's the best piece of advice a coach or teammate has given you?
Probably Hannah's next point.
Next
It's-
point.
Next point.
If you could describe your team in one word, what would it be?
The bond is strong. We're strong. I think we're strong.
Let me ask you, I got a couple more questions I'll have, and I'll let these other guys ask you something. Young players getting ready to go from 8th grade into 9th grade. What would you tell a younger player? How would you tell them to, from JV to varsity, how would you explain to them the proper way to work out and eat right? And what kind of advice would you give them?
Just push yourself. Just work for it. If you want it, you're going to have to work for it.
That's true.
That applies to anything in life as well.
What lessons have you learned from playing sports that you could take with you after you graduate this year? What can you take and apply in everyday life?
You got to work for what you want.
If you work for it, you get it. If you work for it, it comes. If you don't work for it, you don't get it. So you play basketball and you play volleyball. What else? Softball. You're a big softball player. Yeah. So out of them 3 sports, you could pick anything in the world to play other than them 3. What would it be?
Probably tennis.
Tennis. Okay. All right. That's all I have questions, but I'm so proud of you. Sophia, you've come so far. Little bitty girl growing up. Now you're a senior in high school. And any plans after high school? What you got going?
I'm going to go into nursing and then hopefully become like a CRNA.
Okay. Are you going to play ball in college or what?
I haven't really thought about it much.
Okay. All right.
I don't really.
It's all about opportunity, right?
Yeah.
If it presents itself.
Yeah.
You know, y'all have played better than most of your schedule now. So you face pretty much everybody at least one time. The East Ridge lost, you know, and I spoke on this. They've had pretty decent program now for quite a while. So I wasn't surprised or shocked that they came out and beat y'all. But I wouldn't have been surprised or shocked if you would have beat them either. So did you all learn something from that you can take in preparation when you face them again? Because I know the score looked a little, lopsided, but it really wasn't. If you take in consideration, I do think nerves may have got you a little bit on that one.
Yeah, I think we just got down on ourselves after like the first 2 sets. We
Yeah.
just thought we couldn't do it. I mean, I just think we all had a bad game that day.
And it happens.
Yeah.
But my daughter played for Hurley, then she went to Twin Valley and played a little bit at Twin Valley. But volleyball is a sport that it's sort of like golf. There's no medium. Either you like it or you don't.
Yeah.
And it's the same way with watching it. But I've watched you all play online, and I really enjoy watching a team the way you all. You can tell it that you all do it in practice. You prepare really hard in practice, and it shows through in the game. And it makes it really fun to watch something that don't look like badminton. You all really do make it fun to watch. But that's all I got. I appreciate you being here, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on being Player of the Week. We appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Take care.
We've got Council Senior Jacob Ray. He competed in the Randy Smith Classic at Sugar Holler Park in Bristol on Thursday. Jacob finished 14th overall out of 178 boy runners. Jacob would finish with a time of 18:17. Jacob, we appreciate you joining us today, and congratulations on being Player of the Week this week. Got some questions?
Oh, yeah. Jacob, congratulations. I've watched you. My daughter runs for Grundy cross country, and I've watched you progress this year and how much you have progressed. And congratulations, man. You put the work in. You're doing a real good job and representing council real well, and especially being a senior. So I'm
He's
very
the
happy.
first council athlete that we've had on here,
Yes.
by the way.
So
Yeah.
I'm very, very thankful and very
That's
glad
Player of
that
the
you're
Week.
here. So I've got some questions. Just speak loud and clear, and we'll get through them right quick. How has your cross country season been so far?
It's been very memorable. I mean, coming in as a senior, it's always bittersweet because it's your last year
Yeah.
and last season. But I've always enjoyed the sport,
Mhm.
but it's never been really my favorite out of everything. But
I know
always
you're
enjoy
a
getting
golfer as well, right?
Yeah, I picked up that.
You don't play basketball?
Yeah, I do every now.
I was going to say, you're like 6'2" or whatever. You definitely should be out there playing.
So what do you enjoy most about running cross country? Cross country is a tough sport.
Yeah, it's extremely tough.
Yeah. And what do you enjoy most about it?
It's the running part is very difficult, but the part I enjoy the most is getting to spend time with my teammates and talk after and on the way to the meets and everything, and the feeling that I accomplished something throughout the day and push myself to my limits.
How did you first get started in cross country?
Our coach Val always tries to recruit kids as young as she can because it's a sport that takes a lot of time to develop, and the earlier you get started, the better you get at running because it's very time consuming and takes a lot of dedication to actually get good at.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite race or course to run?
My favorite course is definitely Oxbow at St. Paul. It's
That's what Ella
shorter
said.
and
Yeah.
pretty flat, so it's easier to run.
Yeah, this one we just had Thursdays, that's crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That course is
that was
crazy.
tough.
I'm assuming not all flat, I guess.
No,
all the
it was
hills.
hills, a lot of hills.
Yeah, a lot of hills. Yeah.
How would you describe your team this season?
We got a lot of new runners that haven't ran before, and then we got a couple kids that have ran before. Gage came in, and he's been doing extremely well. I've been trying to get him to join for a long time, and I finally convinced him this year, and he's been running pretty good time. So we've
Almost
just been-
under 20 minutes this past week.
Yeah, we've just been all pushing each other as a team and trying to get better as the time goes on.
Well, that's what it takes. Time you take a little warm up run, and then you run your 3 miles, and you take a cool off run or a cool down run. That's part of it. So, what part of your running have you improved the most this season?
I've definitely improved more on my first 2 miles. and getting out to a fast start, because in a race it's very important to get out in the front of the pack so you don't get boxed in and you can just run the pace you want to run instead of the pace the people in front of you are running.
Yes, sir. What goals are you working towards this season?
My number one goal is to hopefully once again qualify for the state BHSL meet, because I qualified last year, placed 22nd, I believe, and I'm hoping to get into the top 20 range this year.
How do you stay motivated during a tough practice or long runs?
Running's very difficult and it's hard to keep yourself motivated, but I think as a team, just pushing each other to be better and just keeping each other motivated, whether it's cheering each other on or celebrating PRs or just spending time together.
How do you mentally push through when you start to get tired in a race? You know, that's the hard.
Yeah, running's like 100% mostly mental, in my opinion, and it's got a lot to do with how you view the race. If you view the race as it's going to take forever and you're never going to be over, it's a lot harder to run. But if you think of it as you've already got this much done and you're this close to the finish line, then it's easier to push yourself to finish with a better time.
Yep.
What's your pre-race routine?
Especially if the meet's far away, I usually like to sleep on the bus ride over just to get as much energy as possible. We usually leave school early, so I sleep usually the whole way over there, and then I'll hang out with my friends and talk, and then I jog a little bit before every meet, and we have a stretch routine that we got to go over with the whole team.
What's going through your mind when you're at the starting line and get ready to take off?
The starting line is definitely the most nerve-wracking part of the whole thing, because you're just sitting there waiting for the gun to go off, and usually you have to get on the line like 10 or 15 minutes before the actual race starts. But right before the gun goes off, I'm usually just thinking to myself which direction we're going to have to be turning and how fast I need to get out to stay in front of the pack.
So with that being said, what's your strategy during a race? Do you start fast or you build up gradually?
I usually, last year, my times were more consistent across all 3 miles. This year, I've been getting out faster in the start and having a slower last mile, and I found that it's working pretty well, but I'd like to get my last mile a little bit closer to my first 2. That's what I'm working on currently.
What's something your coach has taught you that really sticks with you?
Just to push yourself, and that mentally your body can do a lot more than you ever thought it could do. And if you just set your mind on it, then you can accomplish a lot more than you think you can.
How do you or your teammates celebrate a good race or a meet?
We usually go out and eat good. We go to Olive Garden a lot. That's one of our favorite places, and we just spend time together and talk and eat.
Well, get your cargo, get your stuff, the carbs back in you and stuff too, though. That's good. That's good eating there.
Sure.
What's the most memorable moment your team have this season so far?
I'd say just all of us at Oxbow. I think most of us ran a PR, and at least for the season at that time, and it was just a good moment for all of us together, since most of them hadn't never ran really, so it was just an experience for them to get in a big meet and all spend time together.
Do you have a pre-race song, meal, or superstition?
Not really. I just whatever.
Who inspires you the most as a runner?
Probably my coaches. Probably. I don't really pay much attention to any major sports running, but
you've got some good coaches.
Yeah,
you sure do. What's the hardest workout have you ever done?
We've done a lot of really tough workouts, but I'd say my least favorite, I'm more of a long distance person, so my least favorites are probably like 400s and just like sprints. Like we do different kind of sprints where you have to do like really short distance, then you have to do hill sprints, then you have to do 400s, then you do a mile, then you just repeat it and you just throw in different random things, and I don't like to sprint.
Wow. So it's speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down.
Yeah, that takes the flat and the heels, flat and the heels. Yeah. So if you could describe cross country in one word, what would it be?
Resilient.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. What lessons have you learned from playing sports that you'll take with you after graduation in life?
You can get a lot out of something, but you have to put a lot into it to be able to get anything out of it. You only get as much as you put into something.
Whatever you put into it's what you're going to get out of it. If you put half speed into something, you're going to get half speed out.
Yeah.
For sure.
You're exactly right. One last question for me is, what other sports do you play?
Pretty much everything that I can play.
Okay.
Golf,
So
I mean,
take all them away, what you're playing now. If you can pick one sport, and it can be anything in the world. If you pick one sport, nothing that you're playing now, pick one sport, what would it be?
oh gosh. I think men's volleyball could be fun.
Oh yeah, that's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're tall, you've got the height, men's volleyball. But that's all I have. Congratulations being Buchanan County Sports Podcast Player of the Week, man. You've done well. And like I said, I've watched you grow, watch you get faster and faster, and it's so good. I hate you're a senior that you're going to miss. Of course, cancel's not coming up here anyway. But the next thing is, after high school, do you have college you want to go to, or you want to play sports in college?
I've not decided exactly yet if I'm wanting to play any sports in college. I have a couple of options, but I'm not really sure. And I haven't decided on a career or anything.
Is this your personal best? Like the 18, what was
18,
it?
17.
No, my personal best was last year at the end of the season at Sugar Hollow. I think in the regional meet, I ran a 17:32.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm starting to get back down there. It takes
So-
a
Well,
while.
it's still early.
Let me ask you a question. Do you feel like, and I heard a coach ask a player this in an interview one time, and I've been wanting to ask you, I just want to get your opinion on it. Do you feel like that you have failed as a runner, and there's a difference. Do you feel like you failed as a runner, or do you just feel like you've not really met your own expectations?
I feel like I know what I could do, and I'm still not exactly to that point yet. So I've kind of not met my expectations yet, but I feel like we'll get there by the end of the season. My times are getting better every week. It just takes time to come back from the summer and everything and get back into the routine.
See, that's the thing about when you hear people say, well, you know, I feel like I've failed. In order to really to fail at anything, you've obviously reached your absolute best that you can't do anymore, and that's all you can do, and you still came up short. And from everything I've seen out of the majority of the runners in this area, I think y'all have got a lot more to give, because as Tim says, he's seen you get better, better, better. So going into the region, you know, hearing what you've told about your personal best runs, and the way you've worked on things, I think that if you push yourself, set the bar, you know, I don't really like saying I just want to win region. So I want to win state.
Yeah.
So say I want to win state and you win region.
Yeah.
Set your goals high.
Yeah, don't set it just like I want to get there. I want to win it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that little grit that every athlete has, I think it pushes them just a little bit more. They have that pride. So don't feel like, you know, don't think, okay, because once you get to the point that you feel like, okay, I failed, and that's it. You can't get any better. I mean, you've done all you can do, and you still came up short. So don't, you know, unless it's barring any injuries, you know, of course. But I love seeing these runners locally do great. I just, you know, all athletes, but because Southwest Virginia isn't as known for really good runners, you know, cross country.
It's becoming that way over the last decade.
It's a little more and more. It's getting better, but I still think like, you know, I do. I'm on the ones that feel like I wish that council would be at the new school, because I believe you all bring in a lot of good athletes and a lot of good kids. But I do hate that you're a senior. You're not going to get to experience it one way or the other. But congratulations. I'm glad you was able to be here, and hope to see you on the leaderboard at region and state.
But thank you for joining us today, and congratulations on
Appreciate you,
Player
man.
of the Week.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, next up, we'll look at the schedule for this upcoming week. Monday, October the 6th, 2 volleyball games. Twin Valley travels to Jenkins, Kentucky, and Grundy travels to Richlands. Tuesday, 2 volleyball games. Council at East Ridge and Wise Christian at Twin Valley. Wednesday, we've got a cross-country meet at Council Park, and from my understanding with homecoming, Grundy won't be in that this week.
Grundy will not be in that.
The other 3 schools will be running.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then Thursday, volleyball matchup, Hurley at Council. Friday night, we've got football, Hurley at J.I. Burton, Tazewell at Grundy, and Twin Valley is open this week.
Homecoming for Grundy.
Yep.
Homecoming parade Friday.
What time's the start up for that?
You remember, Rod?
I haven't been given that information as of yet. It'll probably be given to me tomorrow.
What's on the slate? Do y'all got anything planned like special considering it's the last homecoming?
Yeah.
They do have some stuff planned. They got the 90 or maybe the 2023 team coming back where they placed second in the region.
Yeah.
They're coming back and going to do some stuff. And I think the cheerleaders have at the game, they're having the alumni cheerleaders that cheered in the past and come and cheer with them. And
well, when are they having the Team Oak win that?
They're giving out pom-poms and stuff that night. I remember.
I said, when are they having the Team Oak win night?
They won't have a Team
Oak
Oak
win
night.
appreciation night.
Yeah, only night they'll have that is when I'm dead, I guess.
Well, like all the other great artists.
All the other great artists. There you go.
The Grundy senior high class of 71 is going to meet at the homecoming game on October the 10th. They want to sit together, visit, and talk about the good times and take in that game. Miss Kathy Krieger, she has that on social media. So if that applies to you, then
and of course you'll probably be on the radio Friday night.
That is our game of the week. We will be on the radio and have that for you. Bill Krieger should be doing the honors there. 6:45 pregame, kickoff 7 o'clock.
And it's my understanding you're not going to have to sit outside this Friday, correct?
No,
I know you won't if it's at Grundy.
I'll push Mike Rife out of the way.
Oh, my.
Right here it says you was asking about the parade. So one final ride on October 10th. Grundy High School's final homecoming parade will take place. We'd like to invite any former class to enter a float in the parade and participate in the halftime events at the game. This year's theme is blue and gold. The entry donation is $25. This will fund our final homecoming dance. But again, there's no date or time, no time.
Where's the parade start at, Tim?
It starts down here at Bellacino's.
Usually by Rifes and goes down.
And goes down
behind
around
town.
So anybody that's new to that might want to come get the first come, first served place at the park.
Yeah, you can go and set it double quick and watch it, or Walmart or wherever.
And also on Saturday, Grundy High School will have their homecoming dance.
At 2 o'clock is the parade.
2
Right
o'clock.
here I found something from Principal Cooper. Friday, October 10th, 2 p.m. The parade entries will line up starting on Route 460 Business, Riverside Drive, beginning at 1 p.m. That's the lineup. Grundy High School entries only will begin the lineup just before Rife's TV. All other entries will line up first come, first served near the farmer's market in the parking lot across from Bellacino's. During staging, drivers must stay with their vehicles at all times. You can find this information online. I tell you, I don't want me to read all this, but staging is at 1 o'clock, and it looks like the parade will begin at 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay, guys, that's about it. I just want to remind everybody that we do have several sponsors, and they're all included at the end of the video for anybody that would like to check any of them out. We have some great sponsors, and they are at the end of the video. It's like a 40-second clip with information of all the sponsors who have helped us, and we appreciate them, and we thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, hey, drop.